Hey there everyone, it's Brandon Smith, and I'm currently 3-1 in a league with the Epic Storm. It was the variant that top forward the recent two challenges, I believe, and it's with the inclusion of Wishclaw Talisman. I'm trying to create a case for those who are still unsure of Wishclaw Talisman's warrant in these lists. I had a very interesting game one where Wishclaw Talisman was the only card that would uh, generate enough storm and allow a lethal line. So I wanted to go ahead and show everyone how that happened. So we win the die roll on the unknown or against an unknown opponent because I've never played against this player before. Uh, Looking at this hand, it's got pretty much every piece that we're looking for. It has lands, cantrips, action, and discard spell, and Infernal Tutor can play the role of any of these. It's most likely going to play the role of Thoughtseize or additional mana or a win condition in these situations. But here, I think it's good enough to keep, so we do. Our opponent keeps 7 as well, and we choose to lead out on Underground Sea and Ponder. The reason I don't choose to Brainstorm here is because I think we're missing too many pieces. In order to combo off with this hand, we would need something like Lotus Petal Dark Ritual, or Lotus Petal Dark Ritual LED, and that may not still even be enough. So looking at Ponder, we're looking for fast mana, and we happen to find it. So looking at these 3 cards, I'm initially thinking that if worst case scenario, I can draw the Volcanic Island 2 turns from now if I get Wastelanded. Lotus Petal and Dark Ritual, I want both of those because they enable a turn 2 kill with Ad Nauseam. It's just deciding in which order, of course, we want to keep these 2. And if we play against a discard-based deck, I think I want the Dark Ritual to be drawn on the following turn and keep the Lotus Petal now. And because we do lead on Ponder, it's very possible that if our opponent is playing a discard-based deck, that we can potentially get them to not play discard spells until their second turn, at which point, of course, we're planning on killing them. So we do keep the Lotus Petal on top, we draw the Lotus Petal for turn, and pass back to our opponent. Opponent leads on Badlands, and initially I'm thinking Black-Red Reanimator, but then they play a super safe card in Stitcher Supplier. The only way that we can get punished here is if our opponent hits a Cabal Therapy and happens to name exactly Ad Nauseam or Infernal Tutor. That would be a little bit of a pain, but chances of that are super low, super low. So he misses. Vengevine, Polluter, Delta, Faithless Looting, all safe hits, and seeing Faithless Looting as well as Badlands tells me that our opponent is not playing blue, and even if they were, it is super unlikely, probably less than 5%, that our opponent is playing Force of Will in their deck, because the traditional Sultai Vine lists are typically not playing Force of Will. So, of course, we're going to go and try to combo off, and doesn't matter what land we get, and of course the Ad Nauseam resolves, and so here, our Ad Nauseam is not ideal. We end up hitting a bunch of our 2-drops and not finding any fast mana except for our Lotus Petal. And so I end up deciding if I need to risk it, because we have 5 outs that completely just kill us. We have all 4 of our Infernal Tutors in hand, but we still have 1 more Wishclaw Talisman and 3 more Burning Wish, as well as the main deck Empty the Warrens. Out of 34 cards, it's very unlikely that we hit one of those cards, but it's also very unlikely that we're going to chain into 0-drops here, because we have, let's see, 2, 4, 7 0-drops that, and only 6 of them help us win the game. Or I'm sorry, that's incorrect. That's 6, 9. So we have 9 0-drops artifacts that we can hit to generate mana. I guess LEDs would generate a kill because we have Burning Wish into Rite of Flame, LEDs can go get Dark Petition, and then get another Burning Wish into Tendrils. But right here, we actually have a kill. And it is a deterministic kill, and it includes Wishclaw Talisman. As is, it may not look very apparent to many players, but Lotus Petal, Rite of Flame, Burning Wish is not lethal, even if you include the Burning Wish. That adds 5 more Storm, which puts us up to 8, and then casting Tendrils is for 18, which is not quite enough. We have no more zeros to cast, and we don't have any way to generate black mana other than the Lotus Petal, which is generating red. It's possible, I'd have to do the math real quick, that we can Rite of Flame, Burning Wish, LED into Dark Petition, into Burning Wish, into Burning Wish Tendrils, but that's a very mana intensive line, and we most likely do not have that much mana because we have 4 down to 3, 6. Yeah, it's not enough. Well, yeah, because we have to break the LED and we get rid of all the cards in our hand. But if we add the Wishclaw Talisman in here, so we can Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Wishclaw Talisman, use the last remaining black mana for Wishclaw Talisman to go get another Lotus Petal, and that generates an additional 3 Storm from the Dark Ritual, Wishclaw Talisman, and the additional Lotus Petal, and that gives us just enough for lethal. And I'll go ahead and show you. Dark Ritual, Wishclaw Talisman, and we can't get Chromox here because we don't have another way to generate red mana because we need Burning Wish and Rite of Flame here. So we do get the Lotus Petal, cast the Lotus Petal, get Rite of Flame, then second Rite of Flame, LED, Burning Wish, break LED for 3 black, and go grab Tendrils for lethal. So in that example, we already knew that additional Burning Wishes were probably okay, but I'd have to go look at it and make sure that the math checked out, but I don't think Burning Wish would be lethal. Of course, Infernal Tutor wasn't lethal because we were sitting on 4. Grim Tutor would not be lethal in that situation either because we were sitting at 2 life. In most situations, Grim Tutor actually costs 6 life, and so that would have easily killed us before we even got to that point. And Dark Petition, of course, not got there because we only had 3 mana to generate, and of course it cost 3 more life on, and of course would have put us down to 0 at that point. So Wishclaw was the only card in that situation that that got us there. Thanks for watching. I might try to start uploading more consistently as I'm playing more Magic Online now.